hold a job. So I'm going to set the framework today, and I will be seated most of the time by this chart over here. And I'm trying to figure out who in the room is the youngest person. What age is the youngest?
22.
22. Okay. Thank God there's no one 19. Okay. A lot of what you're going to hear from me today has to do with strategically planning in terms of your life and your career so that more opportunities become available to you. And I've used this chart in a number of national workshops I've done that basically is almost 5-year increments that help people see how they can strategize about their career. So for example, we work with a lot of people who want to be university presidents. Now, 65 years old is no longer 65. 65, though, is a frame that some states still require people to retire if they're 65. So in terms of that, we always, when we're talking with a university administrator who wants to be a president, that if they're going to be a president by 59, be a provost by 55, be a dean by 49, be a full professor by 45. So it helps them kind of frame out. It's not as rigid as it sounds. It helps them frame out a way to think about their career. Another way to look at that would be if you're going to start your own practice or you're going to start your own firm, try to have that in the works so that you're developing along about this age, this 49, 45-year-old, so you can move it forward. For me, I never plan to retire. I will probably literally drop dead in an airport because that's where I live. So, there's no upper limit right now except, anything if I become impaired intellectually. That would be a limitation, but there's none right now. Another way to conceptualize things as we're talking today is there are two different pyramid approaches to thinking about your career and your life. As faculty, as researchers, as practitioners, we tend to become more and more specialized. We become known for something that we're really, really good at. The federal government funds people for their research when they become renowned in a specialty and they have new ideas contributing to the intellectual knowledge base of the world. So they tend to look like this as they start out, but perhaps a little bit broader. They become more narrow, more focused. Now again, this is not hard and fast. With administrators, it's pretty much the opposite in that they start off maybe as broad as this, but they expand it even more as they go through their career. They have to gain the knowledge to be able to work more at a broader level. So two different ways to think conceptually about your life and your planning relative to your career. And the reason that the 5-year horizon is in that chart on the left is that in general, for most people, it takes about 5 years to be able to generate a list of things you've accomplished on your watch and been able to see the results of those. So that's why that 5-year window is there.